The Grass Valley City Council met last week to conduct a project review of the proposed new skate park at Condon Park. Attendance and emotions were high during the 2-hour meeting. A large number of park goers spoke out in opposition to the new park design, stating the smaller size would contribute to higher congestion and unsafe conditions. Others cited that the legacy and historical value of the site is worth saving and that repair would be a less expensive option. However, City Manager Tim Kaiser rebutted those remarks, saying that repairs to the existing skate park would be much more extensive than people think and come at a significant cost.
Tim, do you happen to remember how much the quote was for the repair? Wasn't it like $750 or something?
I don't know if we actually got a quote for the repair. To just be clear and fair to the people that looked at the RFP, we gave them 2 options. One was to repair the existing and expand it, and the other was to look at something new. They did not do site visits prior to the RFP. So part of the first step, once they entered into the contract, was to actually go out and evaluate the concrete, evaluate what was occurring. And that's where it got into the situation. It was determined that you had differential settlement, you had some drainage issues, in addition to some cracks that have tried to have been repaired numerous times, but the concrete always has been popping out of those. So.
City Council member Haven Caravelli also added that the council received tons of input from the local skate community through the organization Nevada County Skate. In addition, she said, there may be opportunity for additional funding that could support expansion of the skate park at a later date.
NCS has done a lot of community outreach. I think it was very diligent in the design. I feel like Grindline and the city staff have done a very good job. We've been utilizing taxpayer dollars. I appreciate everybody's input that came here this evening, but I feel like it's kind of a little bit late. Quite frankly, it was the week before we were supposed to start construction. We could add on. Let's work together and make this bigger, better, and more. We can recreate the other skate park and add on later. We could get more money. We can work together to make it even more epic or look for another spot, because I tell you right now, I support the skate community. But that process that we go through sitting up here on the council and what the city staff goes through, we followed the process. We did our outreach. We did the best of our due diligence that we could. And it's kind of like it's the week before we were supposed to start construction. So my recommendation is that we move forward on schedule and we look at and we work on a deep dive with all of our community members in the skate to add on or find another location.
The original skate park was designed by Zach Wormhout and constructed by the Community Center Association in 2001. The park is ranked among the top 10 in California by Skateboard magazine. In recent years, the skate park has become a safety hazard due to cracks and crumbling concrete, the result of years of poor drainage. The new skate park project cost of $1.5 million will be allocated from a Proposition 64 Public Health and Safety Grant Program. Of the $1.5 million budget, $100,000 has already been spent for the planning phase. The project was awarded to Grindline Skate Parks in February 2024, and a preliminary design review took place in July 2024. Nevada County Skate then conducted multiple public outreach campaigns to gather input from the community. In September of last year, the final design was approved by the City Council. At the conclusion of last week's meeting, the City Council unanimously consented to pause the project for 1 week to consider potential design changes. The Council went on to mandate that design changes could not impact the total cost of the project, nor delay its scheduled completion date targeted for the summer of 2026. Demolition of the existing site was to have started last week, but no new schedule has been provided. We will follow up on this story as we learn more.